Now, if you just recently purchased the Galaxy A16 and you are concerned about how to keep the battery in good shape, healthy, with the best performance possible, then you need to watch this video because I'm going to give you so many great tips for the battery. In addition to this video is not going to focus on the ultra saving mode or power saving mode because will reduce the performance and you're not going to have the best use of your device. And this is Variety Stick. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. And without any further ado, let's find out. Quick disclaimer before we go any further in the video, not necessary to do all these tips and tricks I'm trying to explain to you in this video because some people may not gonna fit them for their lifestyle about how they use their devices. Tip number 1, remove animation and reduce refresh rate. What I mean by animation, the transition between one page to another. If you're going from the home screen to the app drawer, you're going to see some animation. Now by removing this, means the processor will consume less of the power and everything go to the battery. And let me show you how to remove the animation. Maybe it's not going to affect the battery much, but that's something you can do to reduce the consumption of the battery. Go to the settings, and then scroll down, go to accessibility, and then go to vision enhancement, and you're going to see option disabled core reduce animation. Now by enable this feature, you're not going to see animation going between the home screen to the app drawer. It's going to happen immediately, and let me show you the difference. Let's go ahead and disable this feature. As we go over here, we're going to see some animation and you're going to feel your phone's going to be a bit slower. By activating this feature, you will see that the transition happen immediately. Now another thing we can do, reduce the refresh rate. Normally the Galaxy A16 defaulted as 90 Hz refresh rate, mean the phone will generate more frame to the display and you're going to see everything like nice and smooth. Now a lot of people don't like to reduce the refresh rate because in my opinion I believe the refresh rate is something very nice to be in your device, but unfortunately will consume more of your battery. Now if you want to reduce, let me show you where you need to do it. Go to the settings and then go to display and then go to this options called motion and smoothness. Now it's high, means it's going to be 90 Hz. Now if you go standard, it's going to go back to 60 refresh rate. You may not going to see much difference, but the transition going to page to another is going to be a lot smoother when you have high refresh rate. Tip number 2, change to dark mode if it's not done already. Many Samsung phones comes as default with light mode, not with the dark mode. Means the background, once you go to the settings or when you go to the phone dialer keys, it's going to be all white, and this will require from any OLED screen to reflect more light from the display, means you're going to have more power consumption on the battery. By going to the dark mode, which is you can do it in 2 different ways, everything will be black. Since we have LED screen, black does not require any effort from the battery. And you can do this by going to the quick toggles shortcut. You have them on the status bar, and change to dark mode from here, or go to the settings and then go to the display and you will see right here light or dark. Let me change to dark and everything turn black from any OLED screen. Since we have Super AMOLED display, this is not required any light and you're going to put a lot less effort on the battery itself and you're going to save so many of the battery juice. Tip number 3, keep this feature on, screen on while reading. And let me explain what I mean with this. Now so many people like the screen time out to be more than 15 seconds. Some of them do 30, some of them do 1 minute, sometimes you do 10 minutes. That because you want the screen to stay on all the time, and that will consume a lot of juice from your battery. Now if you are one of those people, let me show you this option that you need to enable. It will enhance the experience of using the phone and you don't need to keep recharging your phone as before. Go to the settings and then go to the display and then go to screen time out. Now in my case I have it on 10 minutes. That because I'm recording the video, I don't want the screen to be dim every like 15 seconds. But in your case, enable this feature called keep screen on while viewing and then put it on 15 seconds. Now if you're watching something or you're reading article, the screen will never be dim. That because we have a sensor contact with your eyes the sensor will understand that you are looking to your phone and the screen is not gonna go black. And then if you put your phone away, since you have it only in 15 seconds, the phone will go black immediately and will save a lot of battery. Tip number 4, use auto brightness or adaptive brightness. That's because most of the battery consumption go from the display itself. Now when you have high brightness level means your phone is going to consume a lot from your battery, and let me show you how you enable adaptive brightness if you haven't already. That because it will help you. Now if you're using your phone under medium light or dark situation, the phone automatically will reduce the brightness level. When you go outside or when the phone exposed to the sun, automatically the phone will bring the brightness level high. And you can do this in 2 different ways. Going to the status bar over here on the short toggles, and then this is the brightness. You can play with the brightness, but if you have adaptive brightness, it will change automatically. So go to 3 dots over here, and then you will see option called adaptive brightness. You can enable or you can disable. As I said, that will be up to you. Also, you can do it from the settings, go to the display, and then you will have that option over here. It's called adaptive brightness. Believe me, doing adaptive brightness will help to maintain the battery and last very long time. Tip number 5, use slow charge, not fast charge, especially if you charge your phone before you go to bed, before you sleep, and you don't really need to use the phone. Now if you want to use the phone and you need to get the best speed out of the charging, then leave this feature off. And let me show you how you do slow charging, because slow charging means the battery will charge slowly. It's going to be more healthy in the future. Also the battery will last longer. I prefer to use a slow charge if I have time rather using fast charge. And let me show you how you do it. Go to the settings and then go to the battery and then go to charging settings, and you're gonna see option for fast charging. If you disable this option, the phone will slow in half the current speed of your device. I mean, it's not gonna be extremely slow, but it will be slower, means it's gonna be healthier for your battery. And Samsung has added this option because they know already that the quick or fast charge hurt the battery. Tip number 6, use adaptive charging. Now if you don't want your phone to be slow charge, then use the adaptive charging. Adaptive charging, the phone will charge from 0% to 80% as the fastest speed. Once the phone reach 80%, it will reduce the speed of charging, so that way your battery will be healthy and you're not gonna hurt the battery, especially for the future. And let me show you also how you enable the adaptive charging. Then go to the battery and you're going to see option called battery protection. By enabling this means you're going to have adaptive charging. The battery will protect itself because it will prevent high charging speed. That because after 80% of charge, the battery already hot. By slowing the charger, the temperature of the battery will be reduced, and then you're gonna get the best lifetime for your battery. Tip number 7, kill all the recent application you open on your device. Look how many applications we have already open. Now kill all of these by close all, and also go to the settings. Do this every other day. It will be something good and healthy for your battery. And then go to device care over here and optimize your phone. I have already done this, but normally you're gonna get a button here says optimize. Now do this and the phone will optimize everything by itself and keep overall performance great in your phone. Number 8 is gonna be advice, not a tip. If you are charging your phone and you receive a phone call, unplug the charger and then make that conversation, finish and recharge your device. Do not charge your phone and make phone call all at the same time. That's because the phone uses the 5G, and as you know, 5G consume more power and overheat the battery. So if you want to keep your battery healthy, last longer in the future, unplug the phone, make the phone call, and then when you finish, put it back and make sure also to turn off the screen, so that way your battery will last longer. Number 9 is going to be also an advice. If you can use Wi-Fi to watch videos, browse the phone, use Wi-Fi if it's possible. Using the phone under so many hours using 5G service, 5G will consume the battery longer than the Wi-Fi, and also is gonna overheat the battery if you're using your phone for a very long time. I know this is not up to you. If you have Wi-Fi, you can do it. If not, void 5G. Don't tell yourself I have unlimited plan, I don't really care about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi use less from your battery than the 5G. And here you guys have it, my tips you must do if you have the Galaxy A16. I wish you guys find it helpful. If it did, thumbs up and subscribe for more here on Variety Stick. Thank you so much everyone for watching. As always, we will talk to you in another video.